Hello! Now is the time for staplers. So we use two main staplers here in the lab. Our first one is this boss stitch stapler. This one's really awesome. It's kind of like an industrial stapler. It can go through like 4 sheets of cardboard with ease, so it's pretty awesome. If you are using these staplers, you just want to make sure that you are pressing and squeezing down as hard as you can so that you can staple with ease. These staplers are the best. They're my favorite that we've used in here. If you do not squeeze the stapler all the way down, the staples get stuck about halfway in the machine here and they tend to jam up. So when you're using these or teaching about using these, remind whoever it is that you're teaching how to use them to squeeze all the way down on here. Otherwise they do back up and jam. These staplers, it's pretty easy to install some new staples in them if they ever run low or run out. You can tell if they're running low or running out by in this top viewfinder right up here. If you look inside, you can see a couple staples in there. If you don't see any staples in there, if it's just kind of like a tiny little piece of metal that you see, then it means you should probably refill it. I see about 6 staples in mine, which means that it's probably wise if I refill this one. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out the tail on here, and that's just opening up our stapler on the top. I can get a better viewpoint of the track that the staples run on, and I can slide my staples in. This boss stitch stapler goes along with boss stitch staples. These staples are a little bit different, and you'll notice as I kind of pull them out here that they have a little bit of an angle along the spine on the top here. They're not completely flat. They do kind of dome up a little bit. And then I can just slide that sleeve of staples right along the track on the inside of my stapler, and then push that tail back into place, and my stapler is ready to go. Again, remembering to squeeze all the way down. Our second stapler that we use here is this lovely little silver behemoth. This is an older one that we don't use quite as much anymore. It's better for simpler projects, foam, not so great for cardboard, but paper works just fine. With using these machines, again, you want to make sure that you're squeezing all the way down, otherwise they will jam in the front. A simple pair of pliers can unjam anything on here. The way that these load up is there's a kind of a spring-loaded system in the back. You can easily see inside here if it's running low or if it is completely full. You can tell on here. What you're going to do to load this bad boy up is you are going to press down on this tail hook, and there's a hole in the bottom of the machine where it kind of locks in, so I'll kind of demonstrate that again. There's a little hook and a tail in the bottom. I'm going to press down and push up to unlock that hook. So this whole tail will kind of come out really easy. The staples that these ones use are these premium staples. They're very simple swing line staples, probably the most generic staples. Flat along the top, a little bit smaller than the boss stitch ones that I talked about before. And these ones slide into the back. Once they're in that track there in the back, you can then put on your tail piece again, and you can just line it up on the track like you did with the staples, and then squeeze your spring all the way down and lock into that hole on the bottom again. So pretty simple, a little bit different than our boss stitch stapler, but gets the job done.